Hello, good morning everybody. This is Lifting Spirits, Sara, psychic medium, and this is my live broadcast, which I will be looking at the new moon, which is in Taurus today. It's the 22nd of April 2020. Apologies to anybody who's been looking out for me broadcasting lately. I haven't even done the weekly psychic astrology. I've been absolutely exhausted. I think finally all this is hitting me, but also the energies around have been very, very off the scale just over the last couple of days, well, probably for a while. And I know from people close to me that they've been feeling unusually tired. I know there's obviously virus stuff going around and things we can pick up, but I think this is just a different kind of tired, and you feel drained, but you're not really doing enough to feel drained, and you're eating well and you're doing everything right and you're sleeping well and you're still feeling tired. This is just an energy thing. So, and also a clearing. And I feel that this is a big time of clearing. Just today, I am still struggling a bit, I will say, because I've had a couple of nights of quite a lot of discomfort. I think that's what I'll call it, discomfort. Not real pain, but just discomfort. I've been doing a lot of energy clearing, a lot of karmic stuff from the past, really using this time, and this is what I would suggest everybody do if they can. Do meditation and just work through issues of the past, because that's what's bringing up the fear inside, which we're all seeing is like, it's like, what's going on? I'm just scared. Well, if you're in that space, then you're just sort of going around in a circle in a little pool of fear. Whereas if you sort of connect with where those triggers are coming from, then you can clear it. And I feel like we're literally just about to step into a brand new cycle. And there's all these what I'm being shown, there's all these like moving icebergs, like a chessboard. Good morning, Jill. Yes, you got the time right. Good morning, Sam. Does this Aries moon make people moody? I'll tell you what, the Aries, before I continue with that, the Aries energy is actually creating more motivation. Aries is like I always see it as like the sign of war, it's like getting things going. A lot of Arians, you may find if you know them, actually don't come across as sort of, these energized beings, but because, or maybe they're more laid back and more introverted and quiet, maybe quite inconfident, which isn't the typical Aries really. It's because they're affected by other signs around them that is causing that. My rising sign is Aries. Okay, so if you have a rising sign in Aries, or you are a typical Aries, you're going to be probably quite, push forwards with things, be quite confident, go for it, want to get things done. There's a lot of fire behind it. There's a lot of energy, and sometimes quite a lot of aggression and anger as well. So yes, your question, the moodiness could be anger coming up. It could be past life stuff. I'm just going to let this cat out. Come on, out then. Okay, goodbye. You may have noticed, incidentally, that we don't have Winnie here because she's gone to be spayed as we speak. So hopefully her aggression will calm down a little bit. But yes, I think that with any moon shift, any sort of moon energy, there is going to be this sense of moodiness, but not necessarily bad mood. It can just be, I'm moodful, I'm feeling connected with my emotions. And new moons are really about new beginnings, getting things started. The full moon is about letting go. So if you've been clearing, if you've been allowing and embracing anything, fear to come up and just going, okay, I'm in this to win it, I'm just going to bring it on, and you're just letting it come out in any way possible, then you'll probably be feeling more, ready to get going. But there is this sort of, how will I use the words? Unpredictable feeling around what's going on. Things that we think are happening may not happen. I'm getting this sense of carrots being dropped at the moment and being dangled. Now, this could be to do with the viral situation. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Mariana. Hi, how are you? Crystal, hi. Elaine, hi. Saying hello, Michaela. It could be, the viral thing is, there's a lot of voices and vocal about you know, the restrictions being released and things moving forwards. I do feel there's going to be a major change. I still have the 13th of May and the 17th and also the 10th as well. We're supposed to be, our lockdown has been extended to the 9th, so that may have something to do with it. But there's this sense that there's going to be radical changes happening, things put into place, things, more movement coming, and I feel that's coming from the new moon. People are going to start wanting to put structures down, you know, start creating plans. You may find today and over the next few days you want to actually get things a bit more sorted. So you've got something to work for, you know, or something like an A, B and C plan. You know, you start with this. So you just haven't got all these ideas running around in your head and thinking, I'll do that tomorrow, I'll do that. And you're not really doing anything. You're actually sort of writing it down on paper. And I would suggest that start making a sort of plan, you know, something to follow. Keep it flexible because Taurus is quite fixed, okay, and you don't want to get stubborn with it and whole, you know, say, right, that's it, that's the rigid plan, I've got to stick to it, because right now there is so much changing. And like I say, our energies are changing, our feelings are going up and down and sideways, and our moods as well. So you want to remain flexible. You know, this is about flow right now and just connecting with who we are, connecting with our soul energy, being in the present. Hence why, again, and apologies to those who were looking, you know, I haven't been on live this week and haven't done my weeklies because I just wasn't feeling it. And you know, there was these little feelings of guilt. Oh no, I better do it. You know, what's going to happen? It's like, but then I thought, well, the world isn't going to end if I haven't put up a prediction for the week. There's plenty of other places that can be looked at. My life isn't going to fall to bits. My business isn't going to fall to bits. If anything, it's getting bigger. And I just went with how I felt, you know, and the fear of lack is you know, is definitely sort of gone right now. And it's just, I'm just sort of like, okay, I'm just going to do this. Hence why I've had a couple of really bad nights. And to anyone that was saw me this morning, I was telling him that I was actually growing wings, because that's how it felt. It felt like something was coming out the back of my chest and expanding, or my body inside was trying to find a new shell. You know, it's just, it's been leg pain one day, it's been back pain, headaches, foot pain, anything has been happening. This is very karmic. It is very clearing. So if you are experiencing anything like that, then just work with it. Love yourself. Keep telling yourself it's okay, that, you know, you forgive everything that's happening, because it wants to be acknowledged, okay? Anything inside us, anything wants to be seen. That's why it's banging away, going, hello, I'm here, and causing us pain. It's saying, you need to address this. You know, you might have this little knee pain that's just happened. There's no reason for it, no rhyme, whatever, but, you know, address it. And then once you address it, it tends to go, okay? And you'll probably find that things just come and go. As I've been actually woken up by it. It's been, you know, lying in bed, sort of grabbing my legs and stretching them and getting up and doing sort of, you know, bends, full-on bends to try and move it, all the energy, because it just feels like I'm expanding inside, and it's, you know, the energetically, and there isn't room in my body. The outer shell has to sort of blend in, and I think a lot of people are going to feel this. So let go of the worry or the fear around it. Just know that this is normal and go with it. Just surrender to it, you know, just go, okay, it's going to be okay, and let go of those fears that, oh, suddenly you've got the virus or something. I've got to admit, that did go through my mind this morning, but oh my God, what am I going to do? I haven't got anything. I've got no painkillers. What am I going to do? Or, you know, but it does, you know, this sort of sense of almost surrender and just working through it, and guilt and whatever's coming up seems to just release it. Now, emotionally, you may be connecting with people from the past. Oh, but especially, why am I saying this weekend? I think you might have already done it already this weekend. It doesn't feel like next weekend. It's Wednesday, isn't it? I can't even remember what the day it is. I feel that, so you could already be reconnecting with people, and the people that are coming in are triggers to things that need to clear. Notice all these, any messages you get in, or people that pop up on your social media, or just missed calls, anything, you know, or just pictures that pop up of people. Maybe even memes that, you know, with some sort of sayings. It could be messages coming in to remind you what needs to be cleared. Now, I know we've come through the the full moon, and now this is new moon, it's starting again, but I still feel like this whole process is clearing. We are clearing our own, not our immune system. I suppose we are, because we need to strengthen our immune system, but we're cleansing ourselves so that we can become stronger in this next stage. There is could be some money luck today and over the next few days, but you need to get in control of things. I get the sense that with the Aryan energy around, that people are going to want to sort of grab the bull by the horns, say, right, I've been sitting around long enough, I need to deal with this, I'm going to write this letter, I'm going to do it. I know I felt much more focused this morning than I did the last 3 days. There are some changes of habits, and I do see, again, the messages I was talking about, people from the past, you could get some healing messages like I'm sorry or I've missed you, that kind of thing. Expect a miracle, because everyone is changing, you're changing, so why can't that person change? Just because they didn't before, and just because they were stubborn before or didn't want to see things your way, they're seeing things in a new light now. Be aware of temptation though, of people that have like this immature energy that's just wanting attention or to be recognized, because that isn't beneficial for you. It's time to, oh, hi Sarah, it's nice to see you. Oh, and Jill, oh, you've reconnected with old friends, good, it is lovely. But this temptation of people suddenly getting in touch, maybe it's an old love or an ex, and I've had quite a few of these sub themes running through readings recently of people suddenly, it's like, well, why is this person contacting me? Because they're feeling afraid. They're isolated. Suddenly they're looking to what was good. They're looking to what they can hold on to. But the question is, are they only doing it in this confinement, and will it remain that way, and will it be consistent? Remember why you split up. Remember why you detached in the first place and what was important. Hi. Because just because someone's desperate and needy and feeling frightened doesn't mean that they've understood. Okay, generally people just go and grasp out, grasp for anything. If you couldn't swim and you were stuck in the middle of a deep sea and you were just, you'd be grasping at anything, okay, because you're just afraid for your life. And that is what may be happening. So remember, don't hold on to the anger. Be forgiving, but keep your boundaries strong. That would be the best guidance I can give you. There is healing and there is a chance to alter a pattern, but often that these things have happened is because maybe there was something you could have done better. Not blaming you or saying that it was all your fault that you split up, but maybe you were allowing certain behaviour, and this is your chance to recorrect that. And because you're safe in your own environment, your safety within your confinement and protected, you can do this now. So if you can feel that urge come through, then do. But recognize that ego speaking and that little child within that starts getting very, very afraid. I feel like somebody, for some of you, there could be contracts offered or favours wanted, or agreements wanting to be signed. I'm getting some people getting paperwork pushed through, and I'm not trusting this. If you're feeling it's too fast and suddenly it's like, oh my God, I thought I was going to have to wait 3 weeks for that, and then suddenly it's on the table and it's pushing forwards and you're like, I don't know if I'm ready. I feel that it's coming from, again, a desperate sense of like people wanting something paid, or they wanted it sorted because they're afraid you're going to back out. So it's all coated in fear. There's no balance. And if you're feeling uncertain, you're picking up on that fear. They may use words like, oh, because you've been a really loyal customer, we pushed this one through. Or because we really like you. It's always, it tends to be that, they could just be using your loyalty. It could be a friend saying, oh, I really would love you to come in with me on this, because, but all they want is support, but because you've always been there, and suddenly you're the one that will listen to them. So just remember how these people tick, because I am getting a little bit of snake energy around. Now, Snake energy as well that I'm getting is shedding, people shedding their skins. A few people I've spoken to have been dreaming about snakes. I did myself, but I feel this is to do with learned knowledge. It can be that a snake is showing you in its form, I'm a snake, so that you can learn to move on. All right, so remember, anything negative right now is being shown to us so that we can grow and we can expand. Some of you, I think, and I think this is going to be a general thing, there is this sort of awakening happening over the next few days where we're starting to understand how we tick, how other people tick, and you may be seeing those snakes very clearly, you know, and that's, again, it could just come into your instincts, that feeling of like, oh, this is really uncomfortable, something isn't right. I don't know if, you know, sometimes when you have like friendships or you meet people, there's this sense of imbalance. And you can't put your finger on it. The person's being really nice, everything's great, but at the same time, there's something that is uneasy, and it's generally because somebody isn't showing their true colours. And it doesn't mean they're being nasty or they're being underhand, it's just they're not confident enough to be their true self. So they may be putting on a show, maybe putting on a mask, maybe hiding something, covering something up. Hence, you know, if somebody throws a contract or pushes paperwork at you, or is pushing you to agree to something, you know, there's this sense of it's not real, you know, this isn't the real, we're not in a real situation right there now. I mean, we are, but it's not normal life, you know. When we go back to normality, it isn't going to be normal, not like it was, but it, you know, when everyone starts getting back to doing things, I mean, at the moment, it's like we're stuck on, you know, like a case of Love Island, like on a reality show, Big Brother. That's what it's like. And until you get outside, you don't really know who these people are. You know, you connect closely on a level, but you're doing it because you're all in the same position. So everyone's going to be reaching out, but for all different reasons. So once you get out of this confinement, you'll really see. You're going to really see who is really on your side, who isn't. I'm just going to have a little cup of tea. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff going on, emotional past stuff coming up. There is a sense of fulfillment, people wanting to reach fulfillment now. And, you know, without sounding like a broken record, I'm going to say, do what you love, follow your passion. If you're not sure what that is, start looking at that, because that is what will bring you the abundance, and that is what is going to bring you the happiness long term. There is a path of happiness opening up. Now, I don't know, for some of you, there was a prediction that I put out there of some kind of earthquake or something happening. I did mention Italy, and it did happen. Now, it was just recently that I was looking at these energies again, and I don't feel that is it, okay? So the message is coming through. I don't know, I'm getting the word recession, but then that would make sense, because we could be on this sort of, there is, I feel like it's going to go backwards before it comes forwards. That was a start. That was something. That was a glimpse of what is coming. I am getting a place beginning with P. I did get Portugal this morning and Persia. Does Persia actually, Persia does exist, it's not just in a book. That was Aladdin, wasn't it? But there is a feeling, I'm still getting Valencia as well, but there's that sense that there's going to be rumblings around, and something could become much bigger, okay? I feel like I can see falling rocks coming. I'm seeing, and this is going to be weird, because I can't imagine anybody doing rock climbing right now. Because, you know, we wouldn't be allowed to. But there is this sense, it could be that once things are back to normal, that something is going to happen. You know, we're all sitting there going, oh, everything's fine. And because everyone's just gone right back to normal, buff, the universe strikes again. Okay, now it's not coming to hurt us in any way. It's coming to wake us up again. But I just feel like the earth beneath the surface is completely separating. The outer core is disappearing. Okay, we can call that the ozone, but it feels like an energetic frequency is now opening up. And what's happening is I'm seeing these like lands rising up. Now, when I looked at I was listening to my yearly projections, and I saw something rising up, and there was a connection to Egypt or Atlantis. There's this sense of something hidden is coming back, and I feel like with this change in the earth and all these movings and rumblings, that something is going to just come rise from beneath the surface that we thought was lost forever, but everything is shifting. So going back to that original thing of these icebergs, it's like they're moving around like a chessboard, and we're giving options. Which one do we step onto? Which one's going to take us across the horizon? Which one is just going to sort of sit dormant? We're being given a lot of choices. All of these are white, they're all light energies. It's what we do with them. How do we use our tools? You know, everyone will be given an oar to swim, to move, and we can spend that time just crashing into everyone else and having a laugh because it's like a game of bumper cars, or we can just focus on the light, which is the horizon coming up, and move towards that, even though we don't know what's at the end of it. It's about letting go of needing to know every single detail right now, and just trusting in ourselves and working with what we've got and our resources. And looking back on that 2020 really is funny, because somebody put a comment underneath saying you didn't mention the virus, and I just thought actually the whole thing is about the virus. Although I've mentioned Brexit a lot, everything in there is what is happening, as in we're needing to now connect with our inner resources, our skills, our, you know, the simplicity, everything. We work as a collective. Everything is in that reading somewhere. I just haven't mentioned the word virus. So, you know, the messages that come through are, you know, I wasn't given that detail. I saw big changes happening, but I wasn't given that detail and renewal. And I feel like we're about to step into this, almost like it's like a new planet, and it's a new wave, and things are going to sound different. People are going to tune in differently. People that are light workers who are already connected are going to suddenly take a lift way up. And I'm seeing predictions, things happening, particularly on YouTube channels with psychics, completely changing. And possibly, you know, for me, not following my general pattern, just changed it up. And it's like, because it doesn't matter. It really isn't that important, you know. And if everybody is watching, although it's wonderful to have you tuning in, don't I'm not knocking that because it's a support. It's that fact that if we rely on that person's, you know, anybody to predict everything, and we're not listening to ourselves, and we've lost ourselves, because everything then becomes focused on what someone is saying. Okay, so it's good to change things up. It's good to be flexible. Yes, have some structures with your forward planning right now. Put things in place. Start making some really good lists, and then just sort of be open to moving within that vibe. Okay, I'm seeing people in the home being very honest. I can see somebody having a massive outburst just before the weekend about Friday time, if that's somebody watching, and really saying, well, actually, I don't like this, and putting it down. And it's somebody who's quite quiet, a bit mouse-like as well. I don't know if anyone's watching. Is there somebody beginning with N watching? I'm just getting Nanette. Nanette, is that a name? I don't know. Nanette. Does anyone know anybody called Nanette? Is anybody watching who has somebody in spirit called that? No, it's definitely a na, but I can't think of a word. Okay, I'm just going to look at the cards from this new moon. I'm feeling really heady right now. Like I said, I've been through this massive clearing energy, so I'm not going to stay on here too long. But do tune in later when I'm completely rejuvenated. I'll probably come in and have a completely different face and everything. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Right, so we're dealing with past energies and options right now. Okay, these are the before deck, which I'm using. This is to do with the past energy that we're dealing with, and this is about accessing what makes us happy, and all the information is in our past. Okay, we've had various options, and I feel like we've had a taste of everything that is going on. I'm going to say again, and I've said this before, we've all been given this information a long time ago. I feel like we've all lived this path before, but in a different past life. For some of you, it could be that you went through the plague. Some of you may have gone through a massive war. Some of you may have gone through, you know, I'm getting dinosaurs and stuff like that, or, you know, Stone Age, that type of thing you've had to go through, where the world just, you know, something erupted or a volcano happened. I'm getting all these different things that we've experienced. And if you can connect with that past life, or meditate and go back through that timeline, or just be still and just ask to be shown something, And whatever image comes up, trust it. A lot of people say to me, oh, well, you know, it might just be my thought. It might just be something I put in my head. How can you put it in your head if it just comes up from nowhere? It's come from something. And if it's in your head and it's been put in your head, it's because there's a memory and a link there somewhere. But we've all been through this experience. And the reason that the fear is there is because it's a trigger of what we felt then. All right. And that's what we're showing. But we were shown what was going to make us happy at that time as well. Now, if anybody would like a past life reading or would like to reconnect with that, then do get in touch with me. You can have a mini reading for like $10, and I can go into areas. It's one of my strengths that I do. I tend to go to past life a lot, yeah, I can help you with that. And then also there's past life clearing that you can do surrounding that. But yeah, my website's www.sarapsychic.co.uk for your information. Okay, so the present energy is linked to relationships. So from looking at these past things, this would be that we are dealing with something that's happened in the past, options we were given, and now we've been here before, so we can deal with our relationships. We can get the balance right in our relationships. But I feel that this is more about the relationship with ourselves. When we deal with the relationships with ourselves, we find some kind of peace, some harmony, some balance, or justice as it's here. It's not about justice being served. It's about understanding the justice of the universe and the way the universe does things. That there is a bigger picture, and the universe is the judge and jury, not us. We can be, and that's probably what holds us back so much, because we fight so hard to get the justice. It's why? Why is this person calling? Why has that person let me down? Why does this keep happening? Why? Stop asking why and just accept, forgive yourself for your part of it, and love yourself for understanding now that it was maybe something that wasn't great for you, but that you will be given the understanding at a later date or when it is ready. Give it back to the universe and say, look, show me what I need to do here. Free yourself. You know, justice comes in many, many ways. You know, it's not just like, wow, that was justice. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be. Some justice, the biggest justice, is you finding your sense of peace and harmony and feeling good about yourself and knowing that this isn't like a noose around your neck anymore, and that actually you're not stuck in that energy. That person is. And if they don't want you and love you enough and see your worth, then that's their loss. And when they do, you probably won't care anyway. So does it matter? And if they've been taken away from you for some reason, or they've been held back, maybe that's because you needed to see yourself differently, or you needed time to perfect that energy, you know, or heal something inside you, or they needed time, or maybe they just weren't that good, you know, or they're just not that into you, as they say. But, you know, this is a time of self-love. Now, the future cards and what we're seeing coming from this full new moon energy is this sense of understanding what's worrying you, what causes you worry. You're seeing the demons and being able to fight them off before they come into your nightmares and deal with them. So if you can find that peace inside yourself, you're not going to be constantly having nightmares about it or feeling frustrated, because you'll see it happening before it happens. You're already connecting with the temptations. You're already ready. Mentally, you can understand your mind, your own thoughts, and what is causing this anxiety and worry. Okay, we create our own worry. We just literally react to the triggers that are given to us every day, and our emotions go, whoa, you know, and then suddenly the thoughts start going, and then we become overwhelmed and we don't sleep. So if you're aware of the greater good and the source that we're all part of, and that we are our own flow and we create our own flow and our happiness, then you will see this coming before it happens. And then you will be free for love to come in and to receive the messages. And this guy's not only bringing a message, he's like drinking the message. Do you know what I mean? He's just like, he's literally, there's a flow coming with this guy. So there could be news coming. You know, once you deal with these issues inside, you'll get the messages, you'll get the answers. Someone will come back into your life All right. Now, I did talk about past energies, you know, people coming back, connecting. These could be creating uncertainties and you thinking, oh my God, that was the person from us. That's what they did to me. Blah, blah, blah. That's all you're thinking about, right? Could have been 6 years ago. They've moved on. They've got their happy lives, or they've had loads of stuff going on. They didn't realise how they were reacting in the time or behaving because they were going through a really tough time. But we assumed all of that. All right. We reacted, we judged, we did what we did at that time. Now, this could immediately bring up those fears that you suddenly want to then fight and resist. But I feel that when you see it coming, like I said, when you're aware of what those reactions are and you can put peace into, you know, and just calm yourself, again, you'll see what you're fighting. You're going to see the reality and the clarity of the situation so much better. And again, you'll hear what you need to hear. You're going to hear it in a loving way. You're going to get a much more loving response. So this is a time of self-healing. So embrace any discomfort is all I'm going to say. I mean, honestly, I can hardly walk this morning. I was in so much agony. My back, my upper back, it just was ridiculous. Now I'm okay. I'm a little bit lightheaded, but then I did a lot of healing as well and worked with the pain. And if you are feeling discomfort, one thing I do is I just talk to it and say, okay, you can go now. I'm acknowledging you. Send lots of love and light to it. Imagine light filling my body and pull it out, you know, imagine it's coming out of you, whatever, however you see it. You know, I felt like spears coming out of me and all these different, felt like all past life stuff that was happening, energies and stuff I'd been holding on to. So if that is the case, you want some support with that or help within a reading about past life stuff, then do get in touch with me on my website or just PM me, www.saraperrypsychic.co.uk. A mini reading is only $10, or if you've just got a question, it's $3. And Super Saturday, full reading is $33. So you can actually speak to me one-on-one, Skype, telephone, audio, however you wish to do it. Always happy to hear from you. If you'd like to join the Facebook group that I have for online, see, I can't remember it again. I don't know. If anyone knows it, please put a link underneath. That would be really great. It's online. Psychic Development Online. Okay, I'll address that in a minute, Sarah. But if you do, I did do some online free Zoom workshops last week to do with self-love abundance. Just a little taster session of some of the longer programs that I do. I'm thinking of reconnecting with anybody that did that with me. If you'd like to reconnect and just have a chat, really, more of a chatty support session where you can sort of say how far you've got, what's happened, so that I can guide you further or give you some more hints and tricks of the trade. If you'd like to do that, then do connect with me. I do need this week though, because I have to really I have to heal myself and rejuvenate like we all do. So Sari said, my legs have felt really weird, like there's a lot of energy. And yes, well, the legs and the back, it's all karmic. Okay, so again, just see yourself with just light energy just traveling through your body, and really connect with the earth energy as well. This is what I feel for you, Sarah, is just bring it up from the earth and allow it to draw up through your body. So you're rejuvenating it all, and there's light coming through your crown chakra and from that life energy force. And just ask to be shown where the blocks are, and then virtually imagine you're pulling them out. You know, and they may take a lot. You know, it's like when I say to people, dissolve that umbilical cord, cut it, and it keeps growing back. You just need to keep working with it until it's gone, because it's your mind that is doing that. It's something inside you still holding on. And you know, connect with the pain, talk to it. You know, I would say if you want a good relationship with money and you want a better flow going on, talk to your money. You know, say, hi, how are you doing today? God, love you, you're looking fabulous. You know, bring any friends along, that'd be great, along with that $50 note or whatever. You know, let's have a few more. But you know, this is a great time to rejuvenate, so allow that pain to happen. I hope that's helped you, Sarah. It's great to hear from you as well. And Mariana, are you okay? Because I haven't heard from you for ages. I just wanted to check you're okay if you're still there. So has anybody got a quick question before I go? Because I am going to go and chill, I think, and go and finish some painting. Anybody got anything they would like to ask? Would you like me to pick a card for you? I don't even know what time it is, let alone what day. Just sit here and relax. Oh, you're welcome, Sarah. Anybody got a question? Don't be afraid. Let go of that fear now. Or you can PM me if you need to. But if you like a private reading, just, you know, contact me via Facebook. And do check out my YouTube channel. I have been working really a lot on my meditations recently. And as I go, I just come up with more. And it's like, oh my God, where's this going to stop? But it's all good. It's all going to be really useful. Oh, you're welcome, Jill. Thank you for tuning in. So, big smiles, big happy waves to everybody, lots of love. And even if you don't see me online much or I don't answer straight away, just know I do see stuff. Sometimes I just shut right off. I have had to this week a little bit because I've just been just exhausted. I just felt really, really tired. But I'm sure I'll be back on it better next week. So love you all. And I am looking to do another live on Friday, if not Saturday. So big kisses. Can't hear any. Bye.